This computer build was brought to you by ModMic. Now what the ModMic is a modular mic system. And the way it works is pretty simple. It's just an attachment that you see right here. And you can add this to any headset you want. As you can hear, audio quality is really good. And this is just a way to take your favorite headsets and then turn them into gaming headsets, which is pretty cool. This does work for Mac with a USB adapter, and it also works for console games with the Y adapter. This is the second time ModMic has sponsored one of my builds, so do me a favor, give them a click and pick up a ModMic. Yo, what's up guys? This is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and this is our computer build for January. Not to toot my own horn, but this is one amazing looking build. And the reason I say that really is the S340 Elite case sent over by NZXT. This is probably the best looking case I've used, and they paired that up with the X42 Kraken, which is a 140mm cooler, and the Air RGB fan. So a big thanks to NZXT for sending these parts, and also a big shout out to my partner B&H Photo. Without them, these builds cannot be possible. Alright, let's get back to the computer build. Let's talk about the case. As I mentioned, this is the S340 Elite. This case is nothing short of amazing. It's $100 and the premium materials makes it well worth its price tag. The S340 has a steel and tempered glass panel, and it lets you see the whole build through a little bit of a tint. Cable management on this case is really clean with several channels for running cables, has a PSU shroud, 3 SSD mounts, and also support for the Kraken series coolers up to 280mm. The X42 cooler is one of the newer Krakens out right now from NZXT, and to me this is one of the best looking coolers I've ever seen. It has a mirror finish and a really dope light that circles around the whole thing. It's really nice to look at, and it adds some unique looking designs. I know you're wondering, why didn't you go with the 240 or the 280? Oh, you suck, thumbs down. But this is what NZXT sent us, and it works great for the case. It just sits right here and it looks fine. At max load, it kept our processor under 50 Celsius, so going anything bigger for us would have just been aesthetics. These Air RGB fans are digitally controlled through the Hue Plus box, this little box down here with the light on top. You need the CAM software for customizations and controls. You can modify over 10 lighting RGB effects. These fans also have fluid dynamic bearings and winglet tips, and it keeps everything nice and quiet. The motherboard we used was the Asus X99-A to LG 2011-V3 ATX, and the chip we used was Intel's i7-6800K. This was a combo deal at B&H, and we really wanted to check this out. We did leave the turbo mode on, and we ran our 6800K at 3.8 GHz and enabled XMP to hit the 3000 MHz frequency for the RAM. And the RAM that we used was the Patriot Viper 4. We slapped in 32 GB. We had 4 different RAM sticks. The motherboard supports 6, but we just did the 4. And it was the fastest and cheapest memory with the heatsink attached. And I've been hearing a lot of good things about the Viper 4, so I really wanted to try it out. The PSU should be no surprise, but it's EVGA SuperNOVA NEX750G 750 watt G2, and this is a 80 plus gold rated modular power supply. It's $99 and it's a great power supply. It's one I've used in many builds with great success. Amazing power supply. The GPU is EVGA GTX 1080. It's a rock solid GPU, has some really nice features, but when you do combine it with NVIDIA's LED visualizer, and that is something that you can make this card shine, like literally. Now NVIDIA did remove the software for some reason with 3.0, so right now it's a separate download, but this enables the 1080 flash, strobe, and pulsar white light. Without the software, the 1080 doesn't have any LED control and it just kind of sits there. So it's nice to have a little bit of control that you can bring back to the card. We do have 2 SSDs in this build visible. One is the 840 Pro. We're not going to focus on that, but it's a bigger drive where I store a lot of stuff at. But the drive we're going to focus on is Samsung's 960 EVO NVMe M.2, and it's one of Samsung's newer M.2 drive SSDs and pulls down some really great speeds. And if you're interested in speed numbers and all that stuff, I wrote those down in the description below so you can check the speed numbers out. but I really wanted to get into gaming as this is a gaming PC after all. All games we played at 1440p widescreen on the highest settings, and the drivers were up to date as of January 7th. Enjoy. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the computer build. If you like the computer build, you know what to do. Give a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and also check out my other computer builds at the end of this video. I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja. Have yourself a great day, and I'll holler at you guys later.